We are in our community category, and this category, of course, innovative applications of technology for cultural resurgence or social justice. Ladies and gentlemen, our next group, Hana.
I am so excited to be here and tell you all about Hana. It's said that when the first Westerners came to Hawaii, we saw Kanaka working in the fields, harvesting kalo, building fish ponds, that they misinterpreted the word Hana. They thought it meant work. But Hana doesn't mean work. Hana is putting your ha, your breath, your soul, your passion into something and leaving that thing for the better. And that's why I decided to create an app that helps organizations that are doing Malama Honua, helping the planet, be better and more efficient, and call it Hana. This is not working. My name is Vance Martin. I am a proud graduate of public schools in the University of Hawaii. I grew up in Wa'ahila, St. Louis Heights. And in 1996, I created one of the first 3 digital media studios in Seattle. It will never work. So let me show you how it works. Play. It's a very simple app. You have a menu up here where you can get direct access to your volunteers, reports, and templates and settings. But it really just starts when you create a new event. You can name it, decide if it's public or private, and what the capacity is, when it starts, and for how many hours. And then you assign the tasks. And today we need some people to build walls and haul rocks and fill buckets. And once you assign those tasks, you invite your volunteers. And today we're going to invite the people with the skills that we want in our core group. And then immediately, our users get an alert on their phone. And when they click on that alert, they can see everything they need to about that, what it is and what the tasks are. And when they join, they choose the task they want to participate in, sign a waiver form, get directions, watch an informational video. And meanwhile, back at the office, you can see who's checked in and who's logged in and what tasks and stuff that they're going to sign up for. And on the day of the event, there's a dashboard, and you can see exactly how many people are there, where they are. You can alert them or send messages to individually, and then you can actually see on the map where they are on your property. Next. We use a state-of-the-art tech stack, including React Native, the same tool that built Facebook. And the impact is great. You know, when organizations can mine their data, I think they can really be more efficient. But not only orgs can use this, businesses can incent and reward their employees. Loyalty programs users can earn points. And students in schools can actually track community service hours and award actual education credits. But the biggest impact is when you can create a large team of doers, a network of doers that can do the biggest projects in the state. Next. We're going to make revenue from sponsorship fees, software license fees, advertising, and hopefully I can get some philanthropists to contribute cash to the points bucket. We need $250,000. We're going to start hopefully soon and release 1.0 in March and our 2.0, which is more robust, better importing in May. An incredible team of advisors from culture and digital, community engagement, development, business, and education. And everybody I talk to is super enthused about this. 2 fish ponds, Pai Pai has agreed to be our beta test site, and Sustainable Coastlines is interested. And Polynesian Voyaging Society, who needs to train 300 crew members for their round the Pacific cruise in 2021. And on the merchant side, I've got interest from Hawaiian Airlines, Zippy's, and Olukai. That used to be a launch partner. But in the end, it's a tool that helps enable people doing good work to do even better work through the efficiency of technology. And I myself, I want to enable people to understand how they can connect to their community and how they can learn about their kuleana and their responsibility to the land. And I want them to really understand the real meaning of Hana. Thank you so much.
Mahalo. Can you see for judges?
So can you talk a little bit about, like, if I'm a merchant, what do I get out of being on the platform, and how can I monitor that there's fraud around points and points distribution?
The first thing is that normally there's a lot of organizations in this town, including Hawaiian Airlines and Olukai, who want to be connected to these kind of cultural things. But mostly what they do is they give the org money and they put up a banner, and they're not really connecting with the people who are doing the work. What this solution does is it gives them direct access to the people who are doing the work, and associate their brand more directly with those people who can become potential customers of theirs. The point system will have to be super secure. It'll be encrypted from end to end. So, and organizations will probably have to go through some sort of vetting process, much like Apple does for you when you want to be an app store. You're going to have to give your DUN number, and you're going to have to make sure that you're an official organization before you can give out points.
And just to be clear, you said you have a software licensing model, but who is actually paying for it? Is it the businesses that are sponsoring it, or is it the nonprofits themselves? Because I've actually seen previous iterations, and I unfortunately had a friend's company not succeed that was focused on volunteer management for businesses, because the businesses actually can take a huge tax write-off from when their employees volunteer. But he still couldn't get companies to pay for this process, even though they would be taking massive tax credits for it.
Right. So that's an interesting thing. Orgs do pay now, and the biggest thing that people are using now, the orgs that really have massive pools, are using Salesforce. And if you're a big company, you're paying 50 grand, and you have to pay a specialist to actually manage that data pool. And those Salesforce people cost you $50,000 or $75,000 a year as well. So the thing about my tool is that it doesn't take any data entry. It's when you need a new data point, you send an alert to your users, and they fill in the data for you, and it goes into the system. So it's really, really super easy for people to use, and it doesn't require any special skills. And you still get a database that you can run queries on and find out more about who your skills are and move people up the ladder and things like that. I do think that orgs who are, and there's several in this town who do have huge internal teams, people like Hawaiian Airlines, Hawaiian Electric, the health insurance companies who require their employees to do community service hours. And this will be a way of tracking them, alerting them about new events and opportunities, and hopefully I can get some money out of them.
So what we were seeing up there, is that pretty much a market-ready prototype or MVP at this point?
That is a software development ready prototype. I've met with the software developer, and I asked them what else I need to show them, and they said, this is great. I can understand what you're trying to do, and we can get going from here.
So where does the $250K to actually get going, where will that money go?
Development will, for the first 4 months to get to 1.0 will be about $80,000. And I've just kind of extrapolated that up for the rest of the year as we continue to, we'll go on beyond that. And then there was also just the marketing costs are included in that.
Okay.
No other questions, but you did great dealing with the slide issue, so good on that.
Thank you, Joe.
Mahalo nui. Thank you.